The software is on there. You can run it and hook up the controller with the little dongle camera connection kit.
Yeah.
And it'll work. Eventually, your license will expire.
You mean after a year?
It's more like 6 months. Your developer license lasts a year, but your provisioning profiles are like these temporary code signing, and they only last for, well, we'll see right here. So the one we just did will end November 30th. The profile that was used to sign the code that's currently on here will expire.
And how do you re-up that?
So to re-up that, that's what I'll show you.
Okay.
And that will involve using your laptop.
Okay.
And in order to do that, basically you just have to run Xcode. And Xcode is under your apps folder, or you can just use the
search
Spotlight search, type Xcode. And you'll see it pops up there. I already have it running.
Okay.
When it runs, well, I'll actually quit and I'll open it again. This is still closing. There we go. Alright, so when it runs, you'll see this welcome screen. And you'll see recent projects. It's OpenGL Solo View, and you'll see Documents Twitch.
Okay.
That's the one to open.
Okay.
And that's just the project with all the source code.
Sure.
There's this other window called Organizer, which is in the background. It'll typically be there. If not, I think you can go to Window at the top and then choose Organizer.
Okay.
Right there. That'll bring it up. The Organizer is to organize your devices. And if I hook the device up using a data cable, the Organizer will discover. Let me tell iTunes to ignore. Alright, so you'll see that I have my listed devices here, 2 Twitch iPad 2s.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the green light is the one that's connected.
Okay. Makes sense.
So you can select it, and then you can, let's see, I think, trying to see if there's a way that I can just ask for a new provisioning profile. Yeah, so I think what happens is if you get close to the point where it's going to expire, you'll get new choices, new options.
Will there be reminders that flip up for me?
You might only see them on this.
I see.
But so if you do this, usually if you just choose this Add Device to Provisioning portal,
Okay.
it'll just do everything magically for you.
Okay.
Now it's possible that you might have to actually go to the website using Safari.
To the website, Apple.
That's developer.apple.
Okay. Developer.apple.
I already had this open. Maybe this is the wrong. I could have sworn I had it open. And I guess I don't have it open. All right. So if you go to that developer site, you need to go to the iOS Dev Center. Then you can go to the iOS provisioning portal, and then the provisioning tab. If this one's going to expire, usually I think it will. You'll get a little pop-up where you get the option to create it automatically.
And so I could just walk it through as they suggest then, is that correct?
Yeah, or If let's say, you know, it's a few days out from expiring and then you're taking the iPads to a conference and want to make sure they work, you can go to the portal and then just do a new profile and make another team provisioning profile. And then,
Well, tell me, essentially, team provisioning means what?
it just means that you can have a bunch of different devices all signed with the same profile.
Okay.
So it's just the default
Okay.
profile. That you can actually explicitly create different ones. Like if you're going to install the app on the App Store, you would not use a team provisioning profile. This is for testing.
Okay.
So,
Now, what happens if that allows me to do what?
if it expires, Apple will make it stop working because they're afraid it's like pirated or.
We'll make the what stop working?
The application.
Okay.
Like you go to run that software and it'll just say expired.
Okay.
And that'd be it.
Okay, gotcha.
So.
Tell me the difference between that licensing and the licensing that I just got. That we just went through with that.
Okay. So this is like a subset of that essentially.
Okay.
So you have this encompassing membership into the developer program that gives you access to all kinds of resources.
Okay.
One of the resources is provisioning.
Okay, gotcha.
And so the provisioning, unfortunately, they don't make them last as long as your developer license. They last 6 months.
And you just can't extend it when you want to. You can't buy it incrementally. I mean, I have to wait to get closer to the expiration.
Hey, you could delete it and make a new one, and then it would be always 6 months out. But typically, you'd want to wait a while.
Oh, I agree. It saves money.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't cost you anything as long as you are a member. You can keep recreating.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So it's
you're just assuming that you're developing, you're probably doing new versions every few weeks.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then when your app's done, you send it into the App Store
For approval,
You get it
yeah.
officially blessed, and then it's approved.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes
It
sense.
runs for ever.
Good.